Welcome to Bible with the Bros, Young Kings edition. I am here with the Young King himself, AJ,
What up, y'all?
and we're going to go over our returning generation, our target market that the Red Lounge and PMI actually reaches out to re-represent Jesus and bring them back, serve as a bridge. So I'm going to read some profiles of our target market, and then after I read the profiles, we're going to reflect a little bit on how these profiles reflect in the life of the returning generation. First one, starting position, far from home. He didn't walk away on purpose. It started with loss. One person, then another, then another. And this is where it begins. Now it feels like everything is on pause, like he is trying to figure life out on his own. Question for you, AJ. Have you ever felt like you had to handle life on your own because you didn't understand what God was doing?
Being my age, like I'm 19 now, like 18, 19, like saying what I want for myself and then like having to not being independent, but like having to pay for like my own stuff and like basically like getting what I need to get kind of on my own. It was kind of like it got me in a mode where it's like, dang, like it was kind of like a reality check. Like life is kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then some of my friends, like their parents, may pay for certain stuff that mines don't. And that's no shade on my parents or nothing, but I just took on that role. Like, all right, well, I gotta get it, or else you feel me, or else it's not, it's not gonna get done, and stuff is gonna happen if I don't.
How do you balance like the hustle and need of having to provide for yourself with having to allow God to handle your life?
I feel like with me, like it's kind of crazy because I feel like I'm in that situation right now. Like I know that I have bills and stuff that I need to pay, so I keep on trying to apply myself more and more. Like I already have a job at Raising Cane's, and I just got like my guard card, and I applied to work two different jobs. Like, but I feel like it's really a trust thing,
Yeah.
like with God, like because like I can pray for some, and it's like I'm talking to Him, but then the stuff in my real life is still happening, and I still have needs that need to be met, and I still have stuff that I want for myself that I know, all right, if I really want to be able to do this, this, and this by this age, then I need to be working for that now
Yeah.
to be able to provide. Like, cause I could say I can make money to pay for what I need, but I have nothing. I won't have money to do what I want to do too. Like, I want to be able to do both. I
Yeah.
have enough for my needs and also have money to live my life, like to do stuff with that too.
Starting position, finding my own home. She wanted to do what was right. She stayed close, stayed consistent, tried to honor God, but without fully trusting God. And this is where it begins. Now she's still searching, but not fully aligned, trying to find her way without asking Yahweh. AJ, tell us about a time you made a decision that felt right, but realized later you never asked God.
A decision that felt right, but never asked God. That's a good question. I have to like really think something that felt right, but didn't. Probably some of the things that I do to get money.
Okay. Okay.
Probably because I'm the type of person where like I have my job where that's slow money every 2 weeks, but then on the days that I don't have work, I'm trying to make fast money.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done like I wouldn't say I've done necessarily crazy bad things or like done stuff to get it, but I've probably done stuff that's been like that's not worth it,
Yeah.
or the risk that you're running trying to do it is not worth it
Yeah.
in a way.
I like that. Next one, starting position, torn between homes. He knows God is real. He's just not sure who he is yet. Some days he's locked in, other days he's pulled away. And this is where it begins. Now he's trying to figure it out without losing himself, caught between who he is and who he's becoming. AJ, tell us about a time when you felt pulled in two different directions, two different worlds, and didn't know which version of you would win.
I feel like that's kind of my life right now. I feel like that's kind of my life right now. Um, I have good days with God where I feel like I'm strong and I talk to Him, and I have days where it's like I don't talk to him. I'm just living.
Yeah.
And then when it comes down to like being pulled between two worlds, like I like making music and I want to be an artist. I know that my music doesn't honor God necessarily. I still believe in God. I believe that He is the one. I know He's real. I've seen Him do stuff in my life, but like the music that I like to make isn't necessarily godly.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes I pull more in that direction because like when I post my music and stuff and seeing people like it and like the energy that I get from it, it's a good feeling. Versus like I get a good feeling from God too, but I still just have stuff I want to do in my life. Like, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I love your honesty. Thank you. Starting position, drifting from home. She didn't walk away from God. It started with questions, then frustration, then distance. Then she began doing faith on her own, and this is where it begins. Now she's searching but not fully anchored. She's trying to find truth without a guide. Tell us about a moment you tried to walk with God on your own and realize you might not have it all together, like you didn't know how.
Um, I would say, cause I'm not gonna lie, I don't talk to God like every single day, but like on the times that I would try and it would just be me and Him, I would usually fail in a way because I wouldn't understand like the Bible. Like when I read the Bible, like with the certain words, like you know how like a story when you're reading like a regular book, it'll just be like boom, boom, boom with the regular words and stuff, and you'll be able to understand like some of the words and stuff in the Bible and like the wordplay with it. Like I don't understand like what he was doing in a certain story, or like it just be kind of like all over
Yeah.
because I don't understand like what the words mean or like what the story is implying or stuff like that. So like when I'm doing it by myself and I'm reading and I'm like, I don't know what this means, like I don't know what that means, what he did, like then it kind of can be like I'm just reading a whole bunch of stuff that I don't really understand. That makes sense.
That
Yeah.
bring that's very important, and it brings the importance of actually attending church
Mhm.
or some type of community where the Bible is studied, so that when you do have those times,
Yeah, because I feel like if I did understand I would read it more.
yeah,
Like, but it's just because like when I open it, I start reading, and it's just like I don't even understand what I'm reading, but I'm just reading it.
yeah.
Like,
What stops you from going into places where the Bible is broken down, like a church or a Bible study?
it doesn't. I wouldn't say it's. I would say really it's my attention span.
Hmm.
Like I kind of have like a low attention span. Like I can read the Bible, but like kind of like how I was talking to you like last time about like how long the worship is and stuff like that. Like I'm like one of those like let me get the lesson and I'm gone. Like all the extra stuff to get to it. It kind of like dude, I it's just my attention span. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, 1 hour of power.
Yeah.
1 hour of power. I mean, knowing that though, Bible study would be best because though that's when it's a lot more condensed.
Yeah, like I can do Bible study. I can
Yeah,
I can go and like it's like you're breaking down what he's saying and I'm more of like that. Like you get the lesson, you get the point, like straight to it
yeah,
type. I can do stuff like that, and I feel like I apply that more in my life. Then like okay, like I was reading a little bit this morning and it was talking about like you guys drink from this person and you guys will forever be thirsty, but if you drink from me, like you're like that's something I read that verse and I thought about it the whole day.
yeah,
Like stuff like that. I can do like stuff like that and then it'll stick with me or what I do or like the decisions that I make or like if I were to do something like that will pop up in my mind and I might move different
yeah.
because like I could do stuff like that versus
That actually brings to mind the devotionals that we do every day. One part of being a young king, I guess you would say, we send devotionals every day, will be a scripture of whatever we talked about at church on Sunday. How has that, in how you were talking, how has that helped you throughout your day?
Oh, it's good. It's been a great. It's only been positive. Like starting off your day as soon as I wake up, I see if you text it, and that like it basically gives me something to think about off the wake up about God. Like a lot of people, we wake up, we don't pray, or like you feel me, but as soon as we wake up, we get on our phone. As soon as you get on your phone, you get a message about God, and you have a question of the day that goes with it that applies to the message, then you really have to think about everything that God has done in your life, or how you can please God the day for the day or the week. Like so, that's it's been very positive because it's helping me get back to talking to Him
Mm,
instead of just kind of like, oh, I know He's real, but I don't really speak to Him. Like,
that's good. That's good because that's how it starts, right?
yeah,
That's how it starts.
gotta
You
start
can't
somewhere.
gotta start somewhere. Last one, starting position on my way home. Leadership came naturally, but following was a struggle. Shaped by the streets and raised in chaos, the ultimate destination was shame. And this is where it begins. When he realized his past didn't define him, and even after everything, he is still God's son. So we're going to end this off on a positive note. Have you ever believed that your past disqualified you from being a child of God until you realize God never changed his mind about you?
Um, I honestly don't know, but I would say no. Only because I don't feel like my past is too bad. I feel like the stuff that I've done in my past was based off what was done to me, and I just reacted to what was done to me. I feel like the stuff that's happened to me in my life, like everything that I did, was like a return to what was done to me.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. Like I feel like I never really did stuff or did janky stuff to nobody first. I feel like everything I was like a retaliate. Like I returned what was done.
I get that. I get that. Has there ever been anything that blocks you from going back to God? Or blocks you just from going to God in itself?
Probably I would say my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause there's been times where like I'll think about picking up the Bible, but it's like something is telling me not to, if that makes sense. Like something, and it's only with the Bible. Like I'll be like, I'll think to myself like, oh, I want to read today, and the Bible will be right there, but I'll never pick it up.
Mm.
And I don't know if it's because it's the Bible or what it is, but like that's like the only thing. Or like kind of like you can be like, like you want to go to the gym today, and then you're like, ugh, and then you don't go. Like I feel like that's how it be with the Bible sometimes with me. I just mind
Yeah, I
instead
definitely
of
understand the gym
yeah,
thing.
like you start thinking about it too much
Yeah.
instead of just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, then doing it. Then you start giving yourself an option. Well, do I have to? Like
Yeah.
it's like I feel like that's how it be.
Tell me about your walk right now. Where are you in your walk with God, and where do you want to go from here?
With my walk with God, I would say I'm in a smooth area. Like I feel like I keep it's been getting better. Like I feel like I've been praying in the morning, praying at night, even before the stuff happened the other day that I told you about. I feel like I was still starting to pray, and like when I was a little kid and stuff, I used to pray like every night, every morning, and then kind of like once I kind of got older and stuff, like when I was on my own, I kind of stopped doing that. But I feel like even though I don't talk to him, I can still hear his voice,
Ooh.
like, and that's how I know he real. Like, cause even when I told you about what I was doing, and I felt like something was telling me not to do it,
Mm-hmm.
or I felt like that voice, like I feel like that's him. And every time I feel like, even though I don't speak to him all the time, like when I need him, like he's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's been times where I'd be like, bro, I've been in worse situations than like how I was before. And he was still talking to me, even though I wasn't like, I just called on him when I really needed him, and he was there.
Yeah. Faithful. Faithful even when we're not faithful. That's one of the things that amazes me the most about him. Because if we think about our human nature, we're quick to be like, oh no, I'm gonna give you that same energy you giving me.
Yeah. And he's just boom.
So tell me the next part of the question. Where do you want to go in God?
I want to reach a point and where with God where I'd have like just happiness and peace.
Hmm.
Like kind of like when he was talking about like you drink from him, you'll still be thirsty, but you drink from me, you'll have everlasting life. Like I want to be like just a happy and peaceful person, and I know you like he is the one that can provide that.
Yeah.
So I want to reach that state no matter what's going on in life. Like, and I feel like I've been trying. Like today, like I gave a good amount of money to this homeless dude. Like, and I didn't feel bad about it. Usually I'm kind of like nah, like I'll give him a little bit, but
Yeah.
like I give him like a bill, and I like was just like, man, just take it. Like, and I felt like I was starting to change a little bit because I usually wouldn't do nothing like that. Like I'll give him a little bit, but the amount that I gave him just so freely,
Yeah.
like I felt like that was God. And then I kind of felt like how like when God would go through villages and just give people stuff and like felt no way about it, like was Jesus, or like how they did certain things and like they felt nothing towards it
Hmm.
at all. And so like I feel like I've been moving in that direction.
It's interesting because if you're listening, you notice he talks. AJ talks. He talks like he's not right here. AJ talks like he knows Bible stories, right? So you can tell that he's not new to walking with God. So why don't you tell the people what is your Christian background? What is your spiritual connection?
Um, so for when I lived with my mom, I was in church since a little kid. Like I was in church since a little kid, and when I moved with my dad is a very spiritual person too. He just doesn't go to church, but he's very spiritual himself too. Um, I wouldn't say it changed, but it was kind of like cause on Saturdays I would like to have fun, and then getting home on Sunday and then having to get up at 8 o'clock to go to church and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, bro, I love God, but dude, I don't feel like getting up every day, like at a Sunday to go. And then the preacher is the one that we were going to, like it would be like 3 4 hours. I'm like, dude, I feel like that's also where my attention span kind of like, bro, I don't want to sit here for 4 hours. Like on my Sunday, I gotta go to school and stuff. I just wanted to enjoy my time off. But I always was in church, and then I feel like now, like that I got older and I just had more freedom. Like I'm like, oh, I don't have to go.
Hmm.
Like I'm not. You feel me? Yeah. I just I just kind of like drifted away from it, but I still know God is real and stuff. But like just how long it was, I was like, bro, I don't feel like going. And that's the honest truth.
Yeah.
That's the plain honest truth.
No, that's the honest truth. What's interesting, what has always been amazing to me is that we will not sit in church for 4 hours, but we'll sit
In a
in other
movie,
things
yeah. That's why I'm saying
for
like I
hours
think
and
it's my
hours.
attention.
Yeah.
Like cuz if you have my attention,
Yeah.
like then and I'm into it,
Yeah.
then I can do that. And I feel like in certain parts of church when it's the lesson, then I'm
Yeah.
into it. Like I think it's amazing how preachers can tie something into this and then something into that and then boom, that's the lesson. Like that's amazing. But like just like the other stuff, like I just feel like I can get bored or
Yeah.
sidetracked or like my ADHD. I
The
start,
good thing about churches now is that they're like 90 minutes tops.
yeah,
Most
oh,
churches
yeah,
they don't last long
yeah,
for that specific reason. They
hmm,
want to be able to create an atmosphere where you can still get the word and it fits the attention span that you have.
yeah.
And then you get extra if you go to Bible study during the week and things of that matter.
I would rather low key go to Bible study than church. That's just be like all the extra stuff, like I like getting the word and you understand the message, like, and you can just apply that to your life. Like that's the type of dude I am. I feel like I got the word, I understand what it means, and I know how I can apply it in my actions. Like I feel like that's more of like my vibe because I feel like that's reading and getting to the point, like
Hmm.
straight and getting learning the lesson. That's what I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. You could. I can do that.
Oh man, that's a start,
It's a
right?
start.
That's a
It's a
start.
start.
That's a
I
start.
gotta be honest.
Why do you think places like the Red Lounge need to exist for re-representing Jesus to a returning generation?
I feel like it needs to exist because of all the stuff that it's like a bonding event, and then it's also a place for like artists, like where you can learn more. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, like when you listen to worldly music and then listen to godly music, it's like, bro, what is this? Like, and it's not even no disrespect to God, but it's just like it's a whole different, like kind of like type of flow in a way. Like it may not sound as hard to a regular, to the worldly ear.
Mm-hmm.
So like go in and then you actually experience new people and you're like, hold on, this is actually like, and it gives you, you know, a different taste of like music that can actually sound good.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so that's why I feel like it's a good thing that it exists. And it's like it's a family, like kind of like different people, and you're always welcome.
yeah.
And sometimes people who don't feel love need that in their week, like time to, be with people who actually care about you.
That's really important.
Yeah. There's probably people who look up, like who can't wait for the Red Lounge because
Yeah,
that's the only time that they may feel
yeah.
um, any type of affection.
That was powerful. That was powerful.